Hello and welcome to Case Closed. I'm Charlie Langton, your host. We'll soon go inside an actual courtroom in the Warren District Court to see a real small claims case in action. Now, under Michigan law, small claims cases may be brought by individuals seeking $3,000 in damages or less. Neither side may be represented by an attorney in small claims court, and the judge's decision is final. Now, let's take a look at the case of the dirty tenant.
Ms. Blair, it's your case.
Ms. Bull was my former tenant. I was given a notice that she would be leaving the residence in February, and she's a Section 8 tenant, so I received a notice from the Section 8 that said if she did not vacate the property by February 28th, that she would be responsible for the full month's rent of March. On or around March 10th, I had went to the house, and the house was vacant. It was all open. I have pictures of all of the damages that were done to my house. I did not hear from the tenant until April 21st, after I had contacted her Section 8 worker or whatever, to explain to her about the damages that were done to my house and that there was a water bill that was over $1,000 that came back to the house.
Okay.
At that point, Ms. Bull contacted me and said she was aware of the water bill and that she wanted to try to make some arrangements. And I hadn't heard anything else, so I came down and I filed for my small claims court. And I have a itemized list of the damages and the pictures and the water bill.
You gave her security deposit back then, correct?
No, I did not.
Oh, you still have it?
Yes,
That's $700?
yes.
Okay. Oh, I see. I see where you kept it. Do you have anything in the lease that talks about the water bill? And who's to pay
Yes.
it? Where's
Yes, it says tenant is responsible for all utilities.
that? Let's take a look. Oh, I see. That's in paragraph 8. Tenant shall be responsible for payment of all utility charges. All right. All right. Repair cost, $870.86. Do you have receipts for that?
I have some of the receipts.
Let me see what you have. Labor, $900. What's that? I mean, I know labor, but who did the work? How'd you come up with $900?
Various handyman that I had.
Do you have receipts for that?
No. That was all paid cash.
Now, let's take a look at these pictures here. It's kind of hard to tell. What needed to be done at the house?
The dog had tore up the carpet between the hallway and the one bedroom. There was, the carpet was urine soaked. There were tiles tore up in the kitchen, in the laundry room. There were holes in all the walls, like $half size holes that went through from room to room from whatever they were doing. The windowsills were all damaged. I had new windows put in about a year before she moved in. All the windowsills were damaged. The garage door, the rollers on it were broken. The back step is damaged.
She had a dog?
Yes, I believe they had 2 dogs.
She was allowed to do that under the lease? Or did you know
Yes,
about
I
it?
told her that was fine, but the dog did a lot of damage. And
Did you have one of these checklists signed when she moved in?
no.
Indicating what the condition of the
No,
premises were?
we had talked about it, and she said she was going to get the checklist because she had problems with her last person that she rented the last home from with the same type of issues with the damages afterwards. So I said, okay, get the checklist, and
Really?
we'll go over it, and we'll do it. And she said she never did it, so,
That never happened.
correct.
So she was in the house for, what, a year and 9 months or so, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, you've got a lot of pictures here showing different things. And now, these are receipts for different items that you bought to fix the house?
Yes.
And these receipts total
$494 and something, it's on that envelope.
$494.77.
Yes, that isn't all the receipts, but that's all I could gather together.
Well, how can we have repair costs of $870.86?
there were more receipts, but I didn't have them.
All right. And then you have cost $500, labor $400. That's $900 what you have for labor. What's the $500 cost?
The labor was more than that. That was just, I was just doing different figures. The labor I paid to a handyman, his name is Bob Welke, and he's not here, but I paid him cash to do the job. He worked on a daily basis.
Now, for most tenants, if they break stuff, they pay for the stuff. Let's see what the tenant has to say about that.
Okay, well, Ms. Bowl, what do you have to say?
First of all, Your Honor, the garage door when we moved in was already broken. She told me she would have it repaired. She never did.
Okay.
No damage was done to the back step. That's the way it was when we moved in. There was no holes in the walls when we moved out other than from the doorknob in the back bedroom, which my son and I patched with some patch. We covered it, we fixed it. And that's the only damages that I am aware of. Other than yellow spots on the carpeting, yes, my dog did tear up the carpeting by the one wall, by the one bedroom. And I do agree to, I would repair that. That's only a small little section right there. There was 2 carpetings and it was coming loose.
What about the water bill?
Water bill, when I moved out, it was $700. I had paid it was $800, I paid $100 on it when I moved out, and I told her to take the other $700 and put it toward the water bill. Anything above that, I would cover. She never got back to me with what the balance was over the $700.
Well, I've got a water bill here. It says billing date April 15th, current reading date March 3rd.
And I moved out March 5th.
Okay? And this is for $1,141.14. You don't think you should have to pay that, or you do?
I know I should pay that, and I
Okay.
told her to take the $700 and apply it toward the water bill.
Now, why don't you come up here? I don't, it might be a little hard. I want you to look at some of these pictures and explain some of this stuff.
I
to
have
me.
pictures also, Your
Are
Honor.
they the same pictures I have?
These are different pictures. We had black mold issue, which is the main reason why we moved out.
Okay.
She sent in, I called her and we told her about the black mold.
Okay.
She brings me over some rubbing alcohol to clean it up.
Okay.
And the alcohol did not take it away. I called the health department. They said the only thing that will take it off the wall is chlorine bleach.
Okay.
The paint in the back bedroom was peeling off the wall.
Okay.
I have a grandson who was sleeping in that room. So he had to scrape all the paint off the wall, repaint the wall. And then we go and open up our closets and we find all this black mold around the beds, black mold in the rooms.
When did you find that there?
We found it 3 different occasions.
When you first moved in or later?
This was later on.
How much later? Because you moved in June of 2007,
We found
right?
it in
Or July,
around
maybe.
Christmas. We found black mold in my room.
No, wait. You moved in when?
We moved in July,
Of 2007.
Right.
When after that did you first find black mold?
around Christmas in December.
That long after?
Yeah.
Where'd you find it?
It was around the bed, underneath the front windows in the front of the house.
You didn't see that before that?
No,
Why not?
I don't change my bedroom around all the time.
Okay.
And it was right at the head of the bed,
All
which
right.
is right below the window. Which the window was leaking. I had called her and told her about
Okay. She never fixed it.
it. She never looked at it. And then there was,
But you stayed there. You didn't move.
no, I couldn't. Because my lease was from year to year. I could not move out until the 1 year was up.
That would have been June of last year.
Right.
You didn't move then.
We were trying to find a place. And we were having a hard time and we were trying to save up money to move. Being on Social Security, you don't have a whole lot of money.
All
I'm
right.
trying to pay bills, support a family of 5 on $900 a month. It was pretty impossible to try to save money.
Do you know about the black mold, ma'am?
She called me and told me that there was mold growing in the house. I sent over 2 people to check in the crawl space to see if there was dampness underneath the crawl space in the house. There was nothing. They went in the attic. There was nothing. Miss Bowl had this like 100-gallon fish tank in the front room of the house. And every time you would go by the house, all the windows were steamed up and fogged up. So the 2 gentlemen that I sent over there to check on this said there was nothing, there was no moisture coming from anywhere in the house. The windows, as I stated, were brand new. They're weather guard windows. I had them put in right now probably about 3 to 4 years ago. They're still under warranty. They have lifetime warranty. I was never aware that there was, and I actually have tenants that live there now that have been there since she left that have not stated there was any mold or there were any leakings of the windows, nothing.
You see these pictures?
No, I have not seen those pictures.
You might
When I
wanna
went to
look.
her house, I
What?
seen the mold growing on the wall. It was the wall where she had the fish tank at.
Okay.
The home is it's only a 700 square foot home. It's a small 2-bedroom home. And when you have this large fish tank that's putting all this moisture in the house, you know, the fish tank is gone and there's no problem now.
I find it difficult to believe a fish tank would cause the growth of that much black mold.
It's only a 55-gallon tank.
We've had fish tanks in our house. You don't get mold from that. I mean, that just doesn't happen. All right, separate from the mold, there are other pictures here that I guess I would want you to explain a little bit. This is a picture of what, Ms. Blair? The sink or what?
That is the laundry tub, how filthy it was.
Take a look at that.
That was that way when I moved in.
Like this?
Yes.
You washed your clothes in this?
That was a laundry tub where water went into.
You never
From the
cleaned it?
washer. We'd scrub it with Clorox, we'd soak it with bleach, and it would never come clean.
So you just accepted?
We had no choice.
This is broken tile here. I know you're a little ways away. Can you see that?
I believe that's the carpet where they had
Carpet?
cat throw up on it and dog feces on it.
There was no pieces on the floor.
What am I looking at here?
Just garbage that they left on the front porch.
You left
Those were
this?
my plants that I was going back to pick up, and when I went back to pick them up the next day during the day, they weren't there. And
Why'd you leave them there to begin with?
I didn't have room in my van or in the U-Haul at the time to get them. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. We were told by the officer, if we come back again that night, because a neighbor had called an officer to the house saying that we were making a disturbance. We had to leave. He told us not to come back that night.
Why were you leaving then?
We were still unloading the U-Haul. We couldn't get into our landlord did not bring us the key to our new house until 10 o'clock that night,
On March what day was it again?
March 5th. It was raining and it was cold, and he was clear on the other side of the state, and he had to fly all the way over to bring us the key because the guy that was supposed to bring the key never had showed.
What am I looking at here? This heat register, whatever that is? Is that what that is?
Yes, the garbage that they left on the floor and the caked on dirt and dust that was coming off the register.
What am I supposed to be looking at here? At the door? Is this the front door? What is this?
That's the back door. That was a brand new door before they moved in, and that's how their dog had damaged the back door.
Is that what happened?
It's just dirt.
Dirt?
Dirt from the dog jumping on the door trying to come in.
What door is this?
Well, that's the garage door, how the dog had tore up the bottom and
That was
chewing
that way
off
when we
the...
moved in.
Was it that way?
It was not like that.
This is more the backyard? Or actually the
Yes, that's more
driveway?
of the backyard. They emptied the whole cat litter box outside in the backyard there.